How's it going, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to another Locals feature match. We are in round 3 from July 3rd's Locals. If you guys want to see how the last round played out, I believe it was Subterror versus Dragoonity / Dragon Maid, basically New Age Dragon Link. So if you want to check that video out, I'll leave a link to it up in the top right, as well as a link to what I think has to be the best video I have ever made. If you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you do that as well. I'll leave a link to it in the description as well. But yeah, we have Drytrons versus Photon Galaxy here in the new format. Just going into it, this might seem like a pretty uphill matchup for the Photon Galaxy deck, and that's totally understandable, but you know, winning the die roll here definitely feels pretty good, and is definitely going to help out just a metric ton, because if there's one thing I've learned with playing Photon at Locals more than I really ever have, is that the deck does have an extremely hard time playing to go second and playing into already established boards. So, you know, obviously getting to go first is a really nice luxury. So we start with Thrasher into the Vanisher to secure a Galaxy Eyes, and actually going into the Starliege Lord Galaxian, which you can use one of its effects as 2. You can detach 1 material to summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon for hand, or detach 2 to summon 1 from your deck, which you see me do here. And then I normal summon the Wizard to go ahead and get Expedition. Now I use Expedition to bring out an Afterglow. I could have used it to bring out a copy of Soldier, and then Soldier would have searched the Afterglow, but I didn't really have any reason to deck thin out the Soldiers right now, because, you know, I'd rather have them all in the deck to have a higher chance of drawing in future turns, and I still had a game plan as to how I was going to establish the board I wanted to make, which is basically double rank 8 or double rank 8 Soul Flare. You know, just trying to get to that board, and I had it already figured out without the need of, you know, wasting a Galaxy Soldier, if you will. So we go into the Key Felgran. We're actually going to use Felgran's effect on itself, and that will trigger Afterglow, summoning another GEPD from the deck. Then we follow up with Sanctuary. That is going to summon 2 level 4 tokens, which will allow me to link into Bujinki Ahashima, which requires 2 monsters of the same level to be able to go into. And then when he's Ixie summoned, or when he's Link summoned, you can summon 1 monster from your hand and grave with the same level, and then after you do that, you immediately Ixie summon. So you'll see me go for the number 90 there. So we already have our board established. The only thing that could be better is if I had a Soul Flare on the field, which I could have done if I would have arranged my Link arrows a bit differently, but I still wanted to be able to take advantage of the secondary effect of Ahashima, where if a monster it points to activates its effects by detaching material, I can destroy 1 spell trap my opponent controls, which, you know, blind game 1 isn't such a bad thing to have, because you never know what we could be playing against. Unfortunately, none of the cards I have are safe from that really good quick play spell known as Forbidden Droplet. This is the only reason why I would just consider possibly maining Solemn Judgment and Tachyon Transmigration, because the boards that Photon put out are good, but they all lose to the best meta staples right now in terms of removal. Lightning Storm, well, I guess not Lightning Storm, but mainly just Droplet and Dark Ruler. And those are pretty good cards. They're pretty common in most people's decks at the moment. And it just gets absolutely wrecked by it here, as he just sends off 2 to both completely neutralize my Felgran and my number 90. And he's just going to go ahead and continue to pop off here Cyber Emergency. Now resolving Diviner of the Herald, sending off Herald of the Arclight, searching Ben 10. And actually going to see a super spicy play, Synchro 7 for Black Rose Dragon. This actually had me thrown off quite a bit in the match, but I had to put some respect on it just because, like, that's pretty cool. I was not expecting a Black Rose Dragon from the Diviner, but it is a tuner, and it can modify its levels. It was put up to level 6 because it sent Herald, and then the other Drytron monster on the field, of course, still being level 1. You know, there you go. You have yourself a Black Rose, and for everybody that didn't know of that little tech, there you go. Because like I said, I've never seen it before, so I think that's pretty cool. And I think this is a spicy little tech of my friend Adam here on the left, playing the White Knight of Dogmatica. So getting the search off of Ben 10, going for Eva, and then also searching the White Knight. off of, I believe, one of the Drytron monsters. I forget all their names. I know there's Alpha, Gamma, and Zeta and Beta. I think those are some of them, but I don't remember them all by artwork at the moment. So there's Medionis Drytron summoning the White Knight of Dogmatica. Has 500 attack, but it does have a pretty interesting effect. I believe it's either when your opponent activates monster effect, he can send a card from his extra deck to the grave and one from my extra deck to the grave, and then it will gain attack equal to half of the combined attacks of both monsters that were sent from the extra deck to the grave. So obviously it's just a way to sort of dump Entis in the middle of a combo to interrupt the opponent. Now, you see his end board is not really impressive at all, and I would like to think that if there was no Droplet, this game would definitely have gone in my favor, but, you know, Droplet is, of course, a card you have to expect in this current day and age. And as you see me here trying to activate Galaxy Brave, revealing the Orbital, which if that would have gone through, I would have had a nice little play line there, but of course he does have the perfect interruption, clearing the Brave off the field before I am able to have something to equip my Orbital to. So perfectly shut down there. That's all he actually needed. You know, he's like, I'm only ending on one interruption, and I look at him like, you know, you're playing against Photon Galaxy. That's all you need sometimes. So I reveal the Orbital, and we're off to game 2, and as we do that, I want to mention a quick shout out to Imperium Duelist. Both the playmats you see on the screen right now are from Imperium. The one on the right is still available. That's my personal playmat through Imperium Duelist. They've got tons of other great products, though: backpacks, binders, deck boxes, etc. Check them out if you haven't already at the link below. And you can use my discount code WINNERKILLS10 off at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. And if you guys are buying anything on TCG Player, please do not forget to use the affiliate link I have to them down in the description below of all my videos, because if you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase will go right back in the channel and helps out a ton. And as we get back to the game, you can see I did not have a very eventful turn whatsoever, activating Galaxy Wizard and grabbing a soldier and hoping for the best. My opponent starts with a copy of Instant Fusion going for Millenniumized Restrict. Now, there was a bit of a mistake on my behalf that I did make, and that's just because I don't understand fully new Drytron, because I think this is my first game against it. So I know he can negate the Droll, but I have the Gamma and Driver in hand, of course, to counteract it. Now, I was quick to fire off that the Gamma to let the Droll go through, but, you know, I'm thinking maybe hindsight I could have held it until he summoned Mu-Beta Fafnir. I know that card's really good. I don't know if it's like the linchpin of all their combos right now. If there are any Drytron experts in the comments, feel free to let me know. If I were to hold that Gamma and, you know, not let the Droll go through, like, where's the best time to use it? I think maybe on Mu-Beta Fafnir would have been pretty good, because it's going to prevent another card from coming out a little bit later in hindsight. So maybe that would have been the play. Not tunnel vision so much on, you know, I need to Droll him, I need to stop him from searching, etc. And he also has another copy of Droplet in hand, which is funny, because I think when we were playing and I said to him, like, if you drew Droplet, congratulations, you got the game. But that was assuming I was going to make, you know, the same board I made game 1, which obviously I did not. So it was kind of funny that because I opened so bad, Droplet now had become somewhat useless to him. But goes the battle phase, clears the Gamma. That allows him access to Zeus. So again, if I would have maybe held the Gamma for the Mu-Beta, you know, maybe we're in a bit of a different situation right now. But ultimately, he would have still had a Forbidden Droplet. So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, I activate Photon Sanctuary. I'm like, I'll go for the Soul Flare. I have to add back Wizard. It's my only legal target. And I go for the Soldier, and I pitch Knight. So you can already see how bad my hand was. It was like, it was a Driver, Gamma, Wizard, and Knight. I think those were 4 of the opening 5. And I'm not sure exactly what the other one was. Might have been Sanctuary. Yeah, it might have been Sanctuary. So you can already just see how it's just not a good hand. So I commit the normal here, and at this point I'm like, I know 100% he's going to shotgun the Zeus, and that's exactly what he does, so I have to pass turn there. And I'm like, maybe he won't game me this turn, but who am I kidding? He's got Ben 10 in hand. Activating, I believe, is Zeta? Beta? It's one of those, I'm not sure. And then, of course, he's going to resolve Ben 10, and That's going to search Ida 10 actually, which is pretty cool to see. And I think we're just going to see, I think we're going to see a little bit of flexing right now is what we're going to see. That's what I told him. Like, just go off and make the most impressive board you can. So summoning out another Drytron here by sending off the Ida 10. And that is going to get him a search. Going to grab the Herald of Ultimatus. How I missed that card. For those that don't know, and those for the OG supporters of the channel, I used to actually play a Herald of Ultimatus turbo deck like way back in 2015 with Advanced Ritual Art and Gyokatemo Megami, I think it was called. It was a really fun deck, and I actually remember having quite a bit of success with it at the few locals I took to. It was very, very fun. So he's going to activate Meteona's Drytron, bring out one of the big Drytrons from the grave by sending off 2 materials from Ubeda, and he's going to go ahead and secure the game right then and there. And if you guys want to watch more of my videos, there should be some popping up on the bottom of the screen right now for you to click on. And I want to give a special shout out to all of the members that support this channel, and a special thanks goes to our Divine level channel members, and they are Cadillacs84 and Pony Stark. Thank you guys so much as always for your continued and extremely generous support of this channel.